Hey guys, so now that it is the end of 2020, I have a lot of fun wrap-up videos that I'll be sharing with you guys, including the best makeup of 2020, the worst makeup. I'm really excited to share my eyeshadow palette ranking video. I don't even know how I'm going to rank them because there were so many good palettes this year, but those will be coming your way in the next few weeks. Today, I wanted to share my top 10 Sephora purchases of 2020. I did this last year and it was a lot of fun because when it comes to high-end makeup, I've cut back a good amount and I don't buy a ton of high-end products every single month. And in 2020, I bought even less than usual. So I think it's really fun to look back, see what I purchased, and decide which products I really think were worth the money this year. And I definitely have some recommendations to share with you guys, just products that I have been loving throughout the entire year. I mean, obviously I purchased them at different points throughout the year, but they are products I do not regret at all. And they're really, really great and definitely worth the money. So I can't wait to get into it and share them with you. I have two exciting things happening in today's video. So first of all, it is a collab. Second of all, I have a giveaway, which I'll get into in a second. But today's video is a collab with my friend Samantha March. And I'm so excited to collab with her on this video because I love Samantha's channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to her channel yet, I'm going to link her video and her channel in the description box below. She is also sharing her top 10 Sephora purchases of 2020, and I can't wait to see what she recommends. She is someone that I just love to watch. I click on every single one of her videos. Samantha is very easygoing, very down to earth. She's just very chill. I feel like I'm sitting down and chatting with a friend when I watch her videos, and she's hilarious. I feel like she just gets funnier and funnier every single year, but I love watching her videos because she has a lot of fun topics and it honestly just feels like I'm sitting down and chatting with a friend and hanging out. Something else that I love about Samantha is the fact that she is so supportive, she is so kind, and she's always lifting up other creators, supporting other creators, and that is something that not everyone does in this YouTube beauty space. So I love that about her. She's just a very, very genuine person. So I love her channel. I know you guys will too if you're not already subscribed, so I'll link her channel below. But like I said, I am also doing a giveaway and so is Samantha. So make sure to check out her channel to see what she is giving away in her video. So today I'm giving away a bunch of fun ColourPop products. I thought it would be fun to do a ColourPop themed giveaway. So I'll be giving away the State of Play Vault collection, which comes with some of their pastel themed palettes, including some new ones. I also have a roll of cream gel liners, which are so much fun. I love using those on the waterline. And then a couple of holiday products, some soul body products, just, you know, some things I thought you guys would enjoy. So I'll put a clip on the screen so you can see the products. If you guys are interested in entering the giveaway, just check the description box below and you guys can enter if you want to win those products. But thank you guys so much for watching my videos this year. I appreciate you so much. I do have a few more holiday giveaways planned that I am so excited to share. I have a really fun big one that I'll be including in an upcoming video as well. Let's jump into it and I'll kick it off with eyeshadow palettes. So I did purchase a few Natasha Denona palettes this year and I love the fact that she did quite a few of these medium-sized $65 palettes. Last year she did the Sunrise palette and that was the first larger Natasha Denona palette that I had tried. I had tried some of her mini $25 palettes in the past, but I was so excited when she released this one back in February. This is the Natasha Denona Love palette and I think the colors in here are so pretty. I am someone who loves to wear pinks and purples, so this really is like a dream color story for me. I have so much fun using it. You can do something really vibrant and bold, or you can pull in a couple of those more toned down neutral shadows to make it a little bit softer, but I love the pink shadows. They're so pretty and intense on the eyes. I truly feel like this palette adds to my collection because even though I have some pink shadows that I love, I have some purple shadows that I love, there are some really interesting finishes and colors in this palette, and it's just a lot of fun to use. I will say that a couple of her other palettes are maybe a little easier to work with. Sometimes purples and deeper berries are tough to blend out, and these do blend well, but they might take a few extra minutes to blend out compared to a couple of her other palettes I'll talk about in a second. But I do love this. I truly feel like this color story adds to my collection and it's not something that I have over and over. So I'm really happy with this purchase. Now, if colorful eyeshadow isn't your thing and you feel like investing a little bit more money into a colorful eyeshadow palette wouldn't be ideal for you, you might prefer one of her more neutral toned down palettes. These are two of my favorite products from 2020 in general, not even just from Sephora. I love these palettes and I do not regret buying them at all. In fact, if I was to break either one of them or lose them, I would definitely run out and repurchase them right away. The first one is the Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. This is the one that I have on my eyes today. I just did a very simple look. This took me maybe 5 minutes total. So I used the shade Beach as a transition color, and then I used the shade Suntan in the crease. And then I just used the shade Silk all over the lid, and that's it. It took me literally 5 minutes, and that's why I love this palette. This palette is so easy to work with. Every shadow in here performs so well. They're incredibly smooth, very, very blendable. And what I love about this palette is that you don't have to put a ton of thought into your look. So one of the questions that I get a lot is just, how do you know what eyeshadows go well together? Like, which shadow do I put in the crease? Which one do I put on the lid? And what's so nice about this palette is that it's a very well coordinated palette. So you could really go in with any of these shadows and your look would look like you put a lot of thought and effort into it. So if you're someone who has trouble kind of matching shadows and you don't know what to use to complete your look, I do recommend this palette. Now, for that reason, it might be a little bit boring to other people. You might feel like the shades are a little bit too repetitive, but for someone who doesn't necessarily want to reach into a bunch of different colors to complete their look, this palette is going to be perfect, especially if you love warm tones. But I have to say, I also love the Glam palette. This is kind of like the cooler toned version of the bronze palette. It comes with just a few matte shadows, a bunch of shimmers, but this one is significantly more cool toned. It has a lot of silvers, a lot of grays. So if those are the shadows you tend to wear over and over, you'll really enjoy this one. And this is a very flattering palette. I'm so glad to see brands coming out with cooler toned options, because for a while, all we saw were warm toned palettes. And while I do love warm toned palettes, I also like cool tones as well. This palette really made me fall in love with cooler toned neutrals again, and I think it's just nice to use on its own, but also alongside of a more colorful palette. But again, this is very similar to the bronze palette in that it makes eyeshadow very effortless. You can go in with any of the shadows and your look is complete. It doesn't take a lot of effort or a lot of thought. The formula and the color stories are just easy to work with. Sometimes it doesn't always feel necessary to spend a lot of money on an eyeshadow palette when there are so many good affordable options out there, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to get great quality palettes. But if you're someone who is looking to buy a high-end eyeshadow palette and you don't know if you should go with a unique option or something a little bit more toned down and neutral, it might be worth it to grab the neutral option if it's something you think you'll wear every single day, because it just makes eyeshadow fun and easy. So 2020 has been a weird year for lip products. Whenever I talk about lip products, I ask you guys if you're wearing them. And what's funny is I have so many mixed answers. Some people say because they're at home, they're wearing them even more, and you can experiment with bold shades and wear some really fun colors on Zoom calls. And then other people say they're not wearing lip products at all because if you go out and you have a mask on, you don't want to wear anything underneath. So both sides make sense to me. There are a couple of lip products that were kind of standout options that I personally love, and I'm excited to wear them, hopefully even more in 2021. So the first one is one that I've been wanting ever since they released this formula. It is the Fenty Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick in the shade Makeout Break. I love this formula. It is so comfortable, so smooth. It's incredibly glossy and shiny, so it's definitely not a long-wearing formula by any means, but it's a very hydrating, very moisturizing formula. I decided to go with the shade Makeout Break because it is a lighter nude. It has a little bit of a pinky undertone, but I've been wearing a lot of nude lipstick in general this year when I do wear it. And what's nice about this one is you can wear it on its own and get a little bit more of a sheer look, or you can wear it on top of a darker lipstick just to highlight the center. Because it has such a glossy texture and finish, it just looks really, really pretty on the lips. And I enjoy this so much. I've gotten a good amount of use out of it. So I would love to try other shades. It's just not a formula that's going to stay in place all day long. So I kind of wonder how like the brighter shades or the darker shades are going to work. I don't know if I would get as much use out of them because like I said, I will wear this on its own or on top of darker lipsticks, but I love this formula. I think that it is so good. So I think whenever we are wearing more lipstick out and about, I probably will pick up another shade or two, but I'm really happy with Makeout Break. The other product is also from Fenty. So during the holiday season, they had their gloss bomb set. This was their holidays edition, and it comes with 4 mini gloss bombs. As far as I know, this set is actually still available, and last time I checked, it was discounted. Let me actually check the website right now. I'm on Sephora's website right now, so it normally retails for $36. Right now, it's marked down to $25.50, but it's actually $46 in value. This is definitely worth the money if you like the gloss bombs, and I always recommend these little sets over the full-size lip glosses because if you're anything like me, it is so difficult to use up a full-size lip gloss, especially now if you're not wearing lip products as often. But these are nice because you get the option to try out 4 different shades for, a little bit more than the cost of one full-size gloss. And for me, that makes more sense rather than having one option. So if you guys like this formula or you've been wanting to try it out, this might be a great option, especially now that it is available for a discounted price. I also saw that Fenty had just released like a cream version of their gloss, which I will definitely be trying. I'm so excited about that. I tend to prefer sheer lip gloss overall, but I know a lot of people do like more of a pigmented option, so I'm glad that they are releasing even more options. Another holiday set that I purchased this year that is definitely one of my top purchases of 2020 would be the Urban Decay Bigger Badder set. I think that's the name. It came with two different full-size products. So it came with the full-size version of the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, which I am wearing today. I love this formula because it's a very dramatic formula. It makes your lashes look thick and voluminous, but also very, very long. I had tried it in the past a really long time ago, and I had heard so many good things about it recently. I decided to pick up this kit because you got this, but you also got a full-size version of the Urban Decay Perversion Liquid Liner, which is just my #1 liner of all time. I'm also wearing this today as well. This liner on its own is like $25 or it's close to that. So the set was such a great deal because I got two full-size products for a little bit more than the cost of the eyeliner. And if you guys are looking for a long-wearing, long-lasting eyeliner, this is the best. I love it. I've loved it for years and I still recommend it. I actually tried another Urban Decay mascara that I loved this year. So I tried not to include repurchases in this video. I wanted to include new products that I bought this year. So technically this was a repurchase because I got it as a gift with purchase when I placed an Ulta order a few months ago. But I used it up completely because I loved it so much, and then I purchased it at Sephora. So this is the Urban Decay Lash Freak. It's so funny because when they first released this, I said I wasn't going to buy it because it just looked weird. The wand is a little bit weird, and the photos made the lashes look maybe a little bit spiky. They weren't necessarily my type of ideal lashes when I apply mascara. But because I got it as a gift with purchase, I decided to test it out, and this is one of my favorite products this year. It makes your lashes look incredibly long, so dramatic. I would say that it's somewhat similar to the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara because they both make your lashes look very, very dramatic, but I think that this one gives your lashes just a little bit more length rather than volume. And this one does have a tendency to look a little bit clumpy, a little bit overly dramatic. So if that's not something you typically go for, you might prefer the Perversion mascara. But I love a super dramatic lash, especially, you know, because I don't wear false lashes. I love to be able to get that effect with mascara, and this has been amazing. It is a little bit of a high maintenance formula, but I enjoy it. I just purchased the mini because the last mini that I had lasted me over 3 months. Another purchase that was technically a repurchase is this one, and it's because the first time that I tried it, I actually got it in the mail as PR, but I used it up. I liked it so much that, again, I spent my own money on it this year, and that is the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. So I've kind of switched up my preferences have changed when it comes to brow gels. I used to like a little bit more of a waxy texture like the ColourPop Brow Boss, which I do still enjoy, but lately I've just been enjoying something that kind of locks my brows into place a little bit better, and this one does that. This one also has fibers, so it makes your brows look a little bit more thick and voluminous. I wear the shade Dark Brunette, and this is an expensive brow gel, don't get me wrong. I got it during the Sephora VIB sale, so I did get a little bit of a discount, but it does last a very, very long time. I think I purchased this back in the summer and it's still going strong. So as much as I like this, I will say that the e.l.f., what is it called? Brow Wow, I think that's what it's called, is very, very similar, and I've kind of been reaching for them interchangeably. So if you don't want to spend the money on this one, you might actually enjoy the e.l.f. Brow Gel. But I have to say, I'm glad that I bought this. I love the way that it looks, and it locks my brows into place really well. I do have two more eyeshadow palettes to share with you guys in today's video. So this year I told myself I wanted to try out more products from Melt Cosmetics. So I did purchase two of their palettes, including the Smoke Sessions palette. This one is a very green toned palette. You kind of get two different themes going on in this palette. So on the left side, you get a very golden green toned theme, and then on the right side, you get more of a mint theme. I find that I use the left side of the palette more often, but I've created a lot of fun looks with the right side as well. I love green eyeshadow. I wouldn't say it's something that I wear as much as I used to, but when I do wear it, I love using this palette because I think the metallics in here are so stunning. I wouldn't say this is necessarily one of my absolute favorite palettes from 2020, but I'm glad that I bought it because I do enjoy it, and whenever I want to create a green look, I have a lot of fun using this. So when I rank my palettes, I don't know that it will be in like my top 3, but it was definitely one of my favorite purchases from Sephora, and I do have a lot of fun when I use it. But I think I like this other melt palette a little bit more. This one is the She's in Parties palette, and it is a purple themed palette, which is probably why I do enjoy it just a little bit more, because I love purple eyeshadow. I'm a little bit late to the game on this one because when they first released it, I wasn't sure if I wanted to purchase it. The color stories, or the color story, looked very different in the promo photos compared to when other people shared photos of it on Instagram. I couldn't tell if it was a purple palette or a bronzy palette. It's definitely a purple palette, and I just think it's a lot of fun to use. You can do something a little bit lighter and softer, or something a little bit more dark and smoky. And whenever I wear this palette, I get compliments from you guys, which is so sweet, but it's not me, it's the palette. It really is a pretty palette. It's so easy to use, and the only thing that I feel like it's missing is maybe like 1 or 2 really intense, vibrant metallic shadows. The shadows in here that have more of a metallic sheen are a little bit softer. I guess I would say they're satins, but I wish they were a little bit more intense, like the metallics in the Smoke Sessions palette, because I think they would be so pretty. But if you like purples and you like Melt Cosmetics, I think you'll enjoy this. I always love using it, and it's a very, how do I describe this palette? Like, some purple palettes are too purpley, like too colorful. And if you're going for like a super colorful look, I mean, obviously they're good, but sometimes you just want purple in more of like a classic way, if that makes sense. And that's what I feel like I get out of this palette. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys is actually a skincare set. This has been on sale for a while. I just checked. It's actually still on sale. I don't have the products to share with you because I used them up completely, but I'll put a picture on the screen. So this is the Ulla Henriksen Balance It All Essentials set. So it normally retails for $48, but they've marked it down to $28, which is a really good deal because in terms of value, they don't have an actual retail value, but the products themselves come with a good amount. So you're able to test them out, see if you enjoy them, and they'll last you a long time, especially if you're a little bit more light-handed with skincare products like I am. So it actually comes with 3 products from their oil controlling line, which is great if you have oily skin. So you get the Find Your Balance Oil Control Cleanser. You also get the Balancing Force Oil Control Toner, and then the Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. So I actually used these during the summertime, or like summer heading into fall, and they work really, really nicely. They're very gentle. They are not super harsh, so they don't strip your skin, and it doesn't feel incredibly dry, but it just keeps your skin a little bit more balanced, a little less oily. And I had actually tried a couple of them, but I thought this was such a great set because I was able to get a good amount of product for a super discounted price. So that is everything I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see an Ulta version of this video, let me know, because I did purchase a lot of drugstore products from Ulta this year and I would love to film it. But don't forget to check out Samantha's video. I'll link it in the description box below. I can't wait to see which products she shares. And again, if you're interested in entering the giveaway, I'll put all of the information in the description box below. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.